Deep in the backfield for Tampa. Winston going to throw it again. He throws to his right this time, and he's got his guy, Perriman, and it's broken up by Darian Conley, former Raider acquired around the trade deadline, 2nd and 10.
Isn't that just a Bruce Arians thing right there? Jameis throws the pick six. The very next play, he gives Brashad Perriman a go ball down the sideline, just telling that defense for the Texans, hey, I don't care what happens on that first play. I don't care what happens the entire game. We're going to throw the football down the field because that's who we are.
But with that said, Jameis Winston got to get that ball out. Now, the fans are looking at the replay on the Jumbotron. They're saying it could be a pass interference.
And we will see as Bruce Arians has indeed thrown a challenge flag. He has an assistant on his roster named Larry Rose, who's a former NFL official, who tells him when to challenge. So a former NFL official has said challenge this. We shall see if the actual current NFL officials agree when we come back. Well, it was ruled stands as called. Bruce Arians is hot. In the first 61 seconds of the game, we've seen 2 kickoffs, a pick six, and a challenge for pass interference go for naught for Arians.
Conley is early, but he's a frame early. He's not playing the ball. They've been consistent when it's not obvious, letting the call on the field stand. It's probably going to stand if they throw it, and they didn't throw it, and they let it stand as well.
2nd and 8 from the Houston 34. Winston still has it, rolls out, flips that one to Bray. Tries to get to the first down marker, and he's shy. Brennan Scarlett takes him out to force a 3rd down.
I expect to see a heavy dose of Jameis Winston looking for his tight ends, O.J. Howard, Cameron Brate. Let's make this offense great again, if you know what I'm saying. Well, what about this face mask? What's going on? You can't miss that.
Well, 2 receivers have just entered the game playing their first NFL. Again, just 38 seconds apart. Here's Ogunbowale again. A better return. Flag down on the play, however. And that was Barcavius Mingo on the stop. So we'll see as the ball is now being, a bunch of Texans are pointing in the direction that they have the ball. Did he fumble that? This is first-year official Scott Novak going to try and figure this thing out. So Ogunbowale with his 2nd return in the first minute. Let's see if the ball does come out. It does appear to come out. 2nd and 9. Play fake to Hyde. Watson dunks it off to Fells. And that's Levante David shutting that down. Ball's out, but he's being ruled down. So, urgent way right now. They just showed the replay on the screen right here, and the ball is clearly out.
That ball is clearly out.
This needs to be reviewed.
Pull that red flag out.
Yeah, Bruce is trying to talk to the official, buy some time.
This will be, if they're saying that his forward progress is stopped and Arians can't challenge it, I think Bruce Arians might blow a complete gasket right here.
Bruce is going off, as he should.
We shall see if that's what Scott Novak is breaking to Bruce, because that ball was way out.
No doubt.
And it was a clear recovery.
You're at home. Things aren't going your way. Plays like this can change the game. And this defense is playing well.
Well, lip readers are making sure the kids have visual earmuffs right now.
And here it is.
The interesting thing about a missed call like that, it can be a motivating factor, and it can steal a little bit of momentum for this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team, because that's something that can galvanize you, where you feel like it's us against the world, even though you're in your own home stadium.
Winston puts this one up, and it's grabbed, and it is caught. Brett Perriman with the grab. 19-yard gain for number 19. Gives him 90 yards on the day.
Bruce Arians is going to take his timeout on the front side of the 2-minute warning. That gives him another opportunity right here, potentially, to go get a play in before the 2-minute warning stops the clock.
And this is the same type of throw that Jameis threw the interception on earlier in the game, where Jonathan Joseph came down with that interception.
It appears that Perriman is being taken off the field because of this hit right here that Perriman takes from Gibson. And when something like this happens, it does appear that it's something that comes from the neuro department, if
no
you
doubt,
will, to see if he needs to be checked out. He's headed for the blue tent on a crucial 1st and 10, the most, if you will, veteran receiver of this core, as there's another stoppage of play.
Yeah, the Bucs tried to get the play in before the 2-minute warning, but they just didn't have enough time. So,
but the question is why did the clock roll if the Bucs called a timeout?
Well, that's a great question.
All right, lots of questions for us to answer here when we come back from Tampa. Okay, we've sorted things out because Perriman was taken off the field by the medical staff that the league puts in stadiums to see and check on concussions. The Bucs were not charged with a timeout, and Arians elected to let things roll down to the 2-minute warning, so they do have a timeout remaining, and Perriman has already made the trip to the blue tent and is back out on the field.